So today we are going to be doing some pasta from scratch. I'll probably make it squid ink, but I'm not 100% sure. That's something that I'll decide as I go, like I always do. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to start with your lizard, right? And then you're going to want about 2 cups of flour. I put a little bit more in because my measuring cup was still wet, so I had to compensate for that. And if you don't have a KitchenAid, it's really easy to do it like on your table. Just clean whatever surface it is and then lay down your flour into like a mound, and then you make a little well in the middle, crack your eggs, fold them in, make another little well, add your oil, fold it in, make another little well, add your water, fold it in, and so on. Okay, so now that that's in there, I'm gonna, helps if I lock my mixer in. Okay. Ready, turn it on low. Oh! That's not low. Turn it on low. Crack an egg. Turn it on low. Low is the key word there. Word I clearly don't know. Crack another egg. Joanna smells the eggs. Okay, eggs are in. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 tablespoons of, normally you want to use olive oil, but I don't have any, so I am using simple oil. And after that, you're going to go ahead and add your spices. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a spiced pasta and an herbed brown butter sauce. So I'm just throwing in a little bit of smoked paprika, throwing in some pepper. I prefer white pepper, but I don't have any, so black pepper it is. We're gonna throw in, this is my favorite salt of all time right now. It's Himalayan garlic salt thing. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Now you want about a tablespoon of salt. I say about because, you never have too much garlic salt, right? You got that in there. And then I'm going to be adding ancho chili powder. Just a dash of that, because that can get pretty hot. And then I'm also going to be adding some ground turmeric. Turmeric. And you can smell all the wonderful spices, like you should make this. Highly recommend it. Okay. And then the secret is going to be allspice, because it's like kind of a sweeter spice, and it's going to round out all the spicy spice. But you just want a pinch. You don't need a lot. Oh, I guess I'm almost out of that. Okay. And then I'm going to add my squid ink. Now this is actually cuttlefish ink because I couldn't find squid ink. You just take a little bit. A little bit goes a very, very, very long way. That should be good. And now for some water. Now you just start with maybe 2 tablespoons, but you keep adding water until it's like a dough, like normal dough. I'm probably going to end up adding one more. Hi. Beautiful. My KitchenAid is like on its last legs. That's what happens when your KitchenAid's starting to go. Okay, so yeah, unlock it. Lock it back in. You know what? I'm actually going to knead it. So you're going to take your little kneading attachment, throw it on there. On low. Low. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more water. That should do it. And then you just let it go until it's dough that you want, you know? A dough-like consistency. Getting there. This is not lizard food. This is not, wait, that's not lizard food. There's not food for you. There's no food. There's not lizard food. You goofy bear. Looks cool though, right? And see, I should not have added that last tablespoon of water because now I gotta even it out. And it's really easy to do that. Just, you know, throw in a little bit of flour until you reach the right consistency. And just like with the bread, it should be sticky but not stick to your fingers. Sorry, you're gonna need to give me a second. I gotta go put the ink away. Whoa. Goodness. This is cooking with lizards. A little more flour. She's fun. And you can kick it up to 2 instead of a stir, just to get it like all kneaded and all that stuff. Before it freaks out. And you know what? I'm gonna add actually a little bit more squid ink to that. Because full disclosure, this is cuttlefish ink, and cuttlefish ink is actually brown. So if you don't do the right amount, it'll be brown, not black. I just couldn't find squid ink. Even if I could, it's like twice the price. Yeah, no. There we go. And if you end up using cuttlefish ink or squid ink or whatever in your pasta or whatever it is that you're making, you're gonna smell, like it's gonna smell super, super fishy. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's clearly squid ink, you know? Like that's clearly some type of seafood. But if you do it right and you don't overdo it, you're not gonna mess up the salt. You're not gonna mess up the flavor. It's literally just gonna be like a natural food coloring. Now, every once in a while, you're gonna need to, like while it's kneading, you're gonna need to move it. Squid ink. Touch more flour. pocket there. Start on slow so it doesn't go flying, because trust me, like, if it's too high, your dough will fly across the room. I've learned that the hard way, and it is not fun to find all the dough. There we go. Pick it up one more. Isn't she great? Okay, that's pretty mixed. It'll work. Okay, so the squid ink didn't blend completely, so it's kind of like a marbly, like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a marbly brown black color, and then you just kind of like mush it around just to like get a little bit more knead going on. Oh my god, Joanna has like one claw in my neck and it hurts so bad. Okay. Normally the squid ink turns out a lot better than this, but you know, stuff happens sometimes. Okay, and then you're gonna wrap it in saran wrap or cellophane, whatever you call it. Wrap it in saran wrap, plastic wrap, whatever. And then, excuse you, rude. Oh man, that piece is too small. I hate when that happens. Excuse you. If you bite my ear, dude, I'm gonna be pissed. Sorry, I'm using my computer as a table right now. Is it big enough? Ah! I'm gonna use both. There you go. And then once it's wrapped, you just let it sit for at least a half an hour. I normally let mine sit out like all day to rest and stuff like that before I roll it out. But yeah, once it's rolled out, or once it's done resting, we'll come back and we'll roll it out, and then we'll cut it, and then it only takes like 30 seconds to cook, so we'll do the sauce first. But yeah, see you then. So we are back with the pasta, and you're gonna hook up your pasta roller, blah blah blah. If you don't have a pasta roller, like, it's no big deal, you can hand roll it. I just don't have the patience for that, and I can never get it thin enough. Drives me nuts. Okay, so you're gonna take your handy dandy pasta, I need a knife. She's like got me gripped in the most painful way possible. Okay, so I guess I probably should have grabbed my flour. Oh hey, the colors melded together. Dope. It is now mostly black. It's pretty cool. Okay, so got the flour. Flour it all. You want it well floured or else it's going to stick to your roller. Whether you're using a pasta roller or hand rolling it, you're going to want it floured, trust me. Okay, so if you're using a pasta roller, you want to start off at the highest number. So they're different. Sometimes, it's the opposite, but then you just put it in. It spits it back out the bottom. I'll fast forward this for you so you don't have to see. I mean, chances are if you have a pasta roller, you know how to use your pasta roller. But you're gonna, on the biggest one, I'm sure you saw me fold it in half, right? That just helps thicken it, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. That's what the instructions said to do when I first started, so that's what I do. And then you're gonna flour it again. You're gonna mark it down one, or put it down one? I don't know. Do the single layer through. And then fold it in half again. Put it back through. Oh, came out all lopsided. Man, I hate when that happens. Oh well. Kick it down one more. Fold it in half again. This time I'm going to fold it like a hot dog instead of a hamburger. Put it back through. Kick it down one. Reflour. So the type of pasta that you're making is gonna dictate how thick you want your pasta. I'm gonna take it down to like a level 4. We're on a level. This will be level 5. Because you don't want. I'm making thick cut noodles. I don't know if it's pappardelle or tagliatelle. I don't know. I don't know the names of pastas, but you don't want it thick, or else it's gonna be like chewy but cardboardy at the same time. It's really weird. So there's 5. Flip it again. Oh. Aw. Lopsided. Hate when that happens. Okay. And down to a 4. If it starts to you'll see like stretch marks kind of, where the pasta is like starting to tear if you don't have enough flour. So you just want to keep an eye on that. And it's lopsided again. Man. And because this is 4, so this is going to be my final pass through, I'm going to hold it one more time, hot dog, put it through, just so that it can be more of a uniform shape, There you go. There's a pasta sheet. And you're going to put it on a floured surface to, I guess, wait for you. It's not really resting anymore. But you're going to leave it on the floured surface until everything's cut. So give me 1 sec. Now you're going to go ahead, do the rest. I have a really bad habit of like leaving it on the really low number and then putting my pasta through and it comes out all thin and ripped and I'm, what happened? Never fails. So make sure you switch it back up to 8 or whatever, however your pasta roller works. Okay. She's gonna go home. You're a knock. Okay, now that that's done, let me move my KitchenAid real quick. Okay, now that that's done, you are going to take, well, this last one got a little wonky. Oh well. You're going to take all your sheets that are floured, and you're going to kind of like, I do it one by one, but I like loosely fold them in half. I like to use a pizza cutter, just to kind of like round off, or not round off, square off the edges, you know? Flour. Pasta. 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 And then just set them aside somewhere. Make sure they're still floured, or you can use a pasta stand, but I don't have one of those. I wonder. I'll try something. Yeah. Cooling rack, baby. there you have it, squidding pasta. So, I don't have my lizard because I'm cooking this time. Also, I'm not going to teach you how to boil pasta because you should know that for sure. You just stick it in water, you know, boiling water, and then when the pasta rises to the top, it's done. So for the sauce, you're just going to take 3 sticks of butter because it's going to be a brown butter sauce. And actually, you probably don't need this much, but this is for dinner tonight. And I'm going to make a chicken, and I'm going to spin it on top of the chicken, too. So, 3 sticks of butter. Melt that down. Go cast iron. If you have cast iron, use your cast iron for sure. And I'm going to hit it with some salt real quick. A good salt. I don't know what it is. There's that good salt I was talking about. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of smoked paprika. Oh, and pepper. Hello. Okay, so now that the butter's that color, it's pretty brown, you know, pretty close. I'm going to add my spices. This is like a whole clove of sliced garlic, some purple basil from my garden, some green basil from my garden, some lavender from my garden, chives from the garden, thyme from the garden, and some mint from the garden. And then you're just gonna let it all kind of come together. There you go. Brown butter herb garlic sauce for your fresh pasta.